Ah, Grand Reckoning, the Noxus skins for Noxus champions with Noxus aesthetics set in Noxus for the Noxus season. They are, I think it's fair to say, a kind of mixed bag. Talon here, for example, is operating on the conceit that he has been hired to assassinate one of the Reckoners, the gladiators in Noxus, and in order to slip out unnoticed, he has stolen the man's clothes after killing him, and that's why he's dressed like this, which, okay, I guess that makes sense as an idea, good storytelling for an assassin and so on, but does that mean that that random arena gladiator had an identical knife assassin cloak to Talon? Then, in order for this to work as storytelling, that would have to be true, and then that just raises a lot of questions, because the cape is sort of supposed to be Talon's unique weapon that only he has. You see what I mean? Mixed bag, and outside of that little narrative gimmick, which is okay, I guess, all he really looks like in practice is a generic Noxus-themed enemy from some 2009 third-person action game. Sion is much the same story here. The interesting idea is that, ooh, this is kind of a representation of who Sion was back when he was the Hand of Noxus, and this is him in full battle armor, and that's sort of cool, I guess, but in practice he's just a big guy in armor with a hammer. He looks like a marauder skin. There's really no personality or uniqueness here, so he just has more NPC energy. Draven, meanwhile, has the problem that he is already a pit-fighting Reckoner, so how do we change his costume? Well, what if we make him a pit fighter again, but without any of the stuff that's unique to Draven? Get rid of his hair, get rid of his headband, his leather strap vest, his unique axes, and definitely get rid of the mustache, and there! That's how Draven would dress up for a big celebration battle? By conforming to Noxus aesthetics? It just doesn't quite work. That leaves us with Rell, who's probably the best in this entire skin line. Grand Reckoning presents her in a sort of alternate reality idea of what if she had been groomed to be a Reckoner in the fighting pits instead of being a living weapon for the Black Rose, and with a leather corset and darker hair and face paint, and by getting rid of the metal bonded directly to her skin, they do make her feel like a very different character. Especially getting rid of the bright yellow hair with the internal glow changes the vibes of her to one that's less hot-headed idealism and much more dirty, dour pragmatism. And unlike Sion or Talon, or in this case even Draven, it's basically impossible to make Rell with her giant metal horse and asymmetric metal suit and lance look generic, so she gets to retain a lot of uniqueness and identity that makes her her, but we get to see a very different side of her. This one works.